Good morning, Eagle Nation. It is Monday, the 27th of February. It is the 123rd day of school, the 34th day of the quarter. Please join me in starting our day with just a moment of silence. Thank you. And now, your morning announcements.
Mountains, bring it to his feet. Move mountains, and I'll rise like the day. I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again.
Good morning, Eagle Nation. I invite you to rise up with me as we say the morning's Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Let's knock out 10 today. If you didn't know, we're on day 123 today, which means, including today, there are 58 days of school remaining in this school year. That's it. We're already more than 2/3 of the way through the school year. That's incredible. It's a lot that we've accomplished, and we have so much more to do. So stay focused. Also, if you didn't know, there's something called the spring slump in attendance. It's when people start to feel that warm weather coming, and they get the urge for spring break, and then they get the urge for summer, and they lose some of their edge. I encourage you to, first of all, be aware of that, so that if that feeling creeps up on you, you stay focused. Be here every day and be here on time. Let's push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Piece of cake, right? What's going on out there? First of all, that was a song dedication that you heard. That was Andra Day with a song called Rise Up. The title alone is a beautiful message. This is dedicated to anyone who may be struggling and needs a pick-me-up. This song always puts me in a better mood. This is a song dedication from Miss M. Thank you, Miss Maurer, for this song dedication to helping all of us rise up. It is also a day to update our attendance. So, on Friday of this past week, we had an attendance rate. Check this out, 92.2%. If you recall, though, it's Fridays and Mondays that have the lowest attendance rates traditionally or historically, but we are battling against tradition. There's no reason we can't defy tradition and history to start a new course and start a new path. So 92.2 is excellent for a Friday. We can do better, but this is still progress in the right direction. And it brings our year-to-date average to 89.0. Let's see if we can break this to 90. We're getting close. We got 10 school days between now and spring break. We can do this. I invite you to join us. And as you are well accustomed at this point, to celebrate the end of Black History Month, we have a trivia game for you. Now, historically, Ms. M's class and Mr. C's class have been very strong competitors. Have not yet seen some from other classes. Some haven't participated at all. Some have participated and not done very well. Some are just waiting to be challenged. So I invite you to challenge yourselves, and we'll see if we have a new winner and some prizes to give next week. Here we go. Your task, should you choose to accept it, and it's just an offer, is to work together as a class to see if you can identify this icon or item that we studied and celebrated this month. And then if you can identify what is in the photo or image as a class. Secondarily, you'll need to look at the coordinate grid that's posted on the Google site below this video. and identify what is the item and what are the coordinates of that grid. Remember, coordinates on a grid have two components, X and Y. They are to be written between two parentheses with a little comma in between. First, we count from the origin, which is 0, 0, count over to the left or right, depending if it's positive or negative, and then up or down, depending if it's positive or negative. It's that simple. You could do this. Here we go. Today, what am I describing, or who am I describing? Let's see how well you had been listening. This person is a research fellow. She was a scientific lead who had played an instrumental role in helping to devise what became the immunization, the vaccine for COVID-19. Who are we talking about today? Work as a class, see if you can figure it out. You can scroll up, scroll down. Teachers, if you post the link to our Google site into your Google Classrooms, then students can also take a look at all of the different information that's there as they work as a team to figure out who or what are we talking about. This person was largely responsible for the development of the COVID-19 vaccine. Who is this? Good luck to you. We hope that you succeed, and we'll let you know updates every day to find out who's in the lead and who has the most points. This first question is worth 5 points. Good luck. With that, just want to remind you there's some things going on. 6th, 7th, and 8th graders begin Azella testing in the mornings, but there's no time limit, so they have as much time as they need. And we want you to know, students who are taking the Azella test, we are with you. Take your time, especially take your time on the writing component. Do your best, but know that we are with you, we encourage you, and we support you. And we support you too, Ms. Celos and Mr. Aviles, for making that testing environment possible. This evening, speaking of testing, we have a meeting at 5 o'clock p.m. that is for parents. Mr. Aviles is hosting a meeting for all of your parents because from 3rd through 8th grade, you're going to be taking the AASA test in a few weeks. And we want to make sure that doctors and dentist appointments are all scheduled after the testing windows. So if you can do it after April or before April, that would be ideal. If you cannot, then we ask you to do it late in the day when testing is over with, because once you start taking the test, if you stop and you leave, your test gets zeroed out essentially. You get no credit for that, and that harms you, and it also harms our school. So we're trying to avoid that situation. We need your help, students, and we need your parents' help also. We look forward to that information from Mr. Aviles. We're all going to work together for a successful testing season. Now let's get to some words of wisdom so you can get to the business of teaching and learning. Today's on the topic of choices. Let's talk about principles for a minute. No, not principles, principles. The kind of principles that are like the rules for living. Beliefs that help us know what we ought to do or not do. Principles help us in life, whether our principles are based on our religious beliefs or on the lessons we've been taught by our parents and caregivers and guardians, or even the morals we learn from books and stories. When you know what your rules for living are, it is much easier to make the right choice. Today, take the time to make a list of the principles you believe in, your own special rules for how you want to be the best person you can be. This sounds to me like a great opportunity for discussion and maybe even a writing prompt in your social emotional learning time at the beginning or end of the day. It says take time to make a list of the principles you believe in, your own special rules for how you want to be the best person you can be. Then think about how those principles can help you make better choices. With something to think about, this is Mr. Lodato. I'm still sick, so I'm going to be masking up. I just have a cold. Hand sanitize regularly. Make sure your hats, hoods, and sunglasses are off indoors. Then stay in your zones, put away your phones, and make it a great day and rise up. The choice is always yours.